Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome. We are going to light. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome. Welcome. We are going to light some. We are going to light some sacred Mayan handmade Maya copal before we get started on this read, because we are cleansing and opening our chakras, improving our psychic vibes, creating deep states of transcendence, purifying our sacred space, purifying our divination tools, and opening our portals of manifestation. Welcome, beautiful soul. May you receive this ceremony of divination and ritual and for manifestation, purification, and abundance, prosperity. Right? We are improving. Alrighty. Nice. Let's do this. We are going to unpack all of this. Apparently. Okay, so I didn't know we were going there, but we're going there and we're going to unpack all of this and what all of this means. So if you are here, thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in with I, Enchantress, the Babbler, on our evolutionary, revolutionary rise of a high that is happening at this moment in time. Welcome, beautiful souls. If you are here, there is something here for you. There is something here for you to be seen, to be received, mind, body, heart, and soul manna for your wholesome vibrations, evolutions, revolutions. There's people here peeking. They're watching. Darling, if you are here, you are being watched. You are the star. You are the charm. You are the muse. You are the talent. You are the shine. You are everything motherfudging sublime. Okay? So we're going to do this together. Okay. 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 Yeah. Okay. You might be a Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, Sagittarius, right? Capricorn, Virgo, Gemini again, okay? Cancer, Aquarius again, Pisces. Pisces is here, like, we're also in Pisces season, right? Cancer, Virgo, Scorpio, just all signs on deck. All right, Capricorn. Welcome. Hello. Thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in with I. We are going to jump in and see what is happening here. Okay. So if you are here, I gave some signs. Ooh, I'm also seeing Aries and Taurus, right? Definitely Virgo, right? You could have those in your chart. Angel number is 143. I always say that's I love you, right? I love you. You could be 43 years old. You could be 34 years old. You could be 54 years old. You could be 51 years old. You could have been born in 1965. You could be 65 years old. Could have been born in 1985, 1984, 1982, 1981, 1983. Okay. Did I say 58 years old? I don't know. Could be 32 years old, 31, 21, 23. You could have been born in 1961. You could be 26 years old. You could be a Sagittarius, Libra, Aquarius. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What else? You could be 36 years old. 36 years old. Do we say Capricorn? Yeah. Virgo and Scorpio. Scorpio's up in here too. Okay. All right, we got Saturn showing up, right? Saturn showing up in our identity, right? In manna, right? What separates us from others, right? So we have that. We have Venus showing up in Saturn. So Saturn and Venus, right? Saturn and Venus. I'm so sorry. Then we got some Mars energy up in here, right? And I'm seeing the number 33, 332, 543, 613, 1011. Right? Some of you might be moving, changing status, whether that's in a relationship, in your career, in your tax bracket. That's how I'm hearing that. That's how I'm receiving that. That's nice. Right? Some of you might be getting a pool. I know that's quite the obvious, but this over here, this one here from my intuitive cards itself, right? It's deeper than that, right? There's a connecting of our cellular, molecular activities happening here that is creating the type. So you might be okay. So some of you might be shifting your focus on, and it feels like the unknown too, because I'm looking at that and the unknown pops up, right? And then look, so you have people, granted, okay, so this is a lot and I'm just at the top. I love being here, so I just want to say thank you so much for all returning subscribers, all new subscribers, those that will come on board and be a new subscriber too. I just want to say thank you. We are going to be celebrating a live Come Craft With Me party, where we're going to celebrate reaching another milestone here on YouTube, for me reaching another milestone in subscribers on our 10,000 subscriber goal. We're reaching it. So for every 1,000 plus subscribers received, we are partying. You know what I mean? So, right. So anyways, you could have Gemini and Venus, right? You could have a moon in Pisces, right? You could have a Saturn in Pisces. You could have a rising in Pisces, right? You could have a Venus in Pisces, a Venus in Aries, a Venus in Taurus. You could have a South Node, North Node in Taurus, Aries 2 in Gemini, Capricorn, South Node in Capricorn, North Node, Cancer. Right? And there's 26 years old, 1962. Right? So there's a lot going on for those of you tapping in, turning on, tuning in, and I'm just gonna pick it up and speak it how I receive it. Right? Right. You could have a Mercury in Aquarius. Yeah. You could have that. A moon in Aquarius. A moon in Cancer. A moon in Libra. A moon in Capricorn or rising in Capricorn too. Yeah. This is great. You could be 34, 43, 42, 41, right? I love this. Okay. So your voice is being activated. Your voice is being healed. Your voice is being amplified, especially during this time that all eyes are on you. Right? In whatever department, and the new that is for you, that you're growing into, that you're manifesting, it's unknown, even though you're working on it, even though you have a goal, right? I'm seeing a dancer, right? Some of you might be professional dancers too, or into dance, right? I'm into dance. I'm not a professional dancer, but I love to dance just the same. So it could be like that too. And there could be an activation in that kind of way, because when you move your body and you get into that kind of connectivity, self-connectivity, some of you might have even been abducted in terms of your trance, in terms of your being lit up, divinely guided. It feels like an abduction, right, of some sort. So I feel like there's a lot of light travel. There's a lot of traveling. There's movement, right? There's movement here for you. But there's heavy Saturn here. So this heavy Saturn healing the South Node and the North Node energies as well, right? And Mars, how we handle our behaviors or actions, how we take action with others too, is a highlight here at this time, right? So definitely a heightening of one's own abilities, of one's own sacred convergences. That's what I feel. I feel like there's a whole heart chakra opening here, right? A whole heart chakra opening of abundance too, right? And we got soul right here. So I'm going to move these right now so I can just moving these for right now, right? So we can dive in, tap in, turn on, tune in, right? So yeah, there's a development here in, so that's the shift I'm talking about too, right? There's this whole entire shift of, you don't see where, because I moved them. All right, there's a whole entire shift here. Look at, even maybe with a person like out of this world, you could be having a new experience with another person, with your own interdimensional being. So that could be too what's happening here. So this is a mixed crowd, mixed room, right? So for some here, you're having a deepening of a connection with another person, and you might be planning to buy a house, you might be planning to travel, you might be planning to have a swimming pool. Like I said, listen, right? If you, a lot of people have swimming pools. It's okay to want a swimming pool, right? But the connection with the one coming together. So it's like soulmates, like that twin flame soulmate kind of connection. I don't like to label, and I don't like to, whatever. It's a strong connection, right? Out of this world, galactic, right? Kind of thing. And I just feel like something's taking off, right? Something's being activated. Someone's voice is being activated too, to speak to you in a new way, right? So also what's also being activated is like shifting. So it's like a maturing, it's like an evolution of something. It's like wanting something now that maybe you didn't want before. Maybe before you never wanted to settle down. Maybe before you never wanted to buy a house. Maybe before you never wanted to have children. And now there's a shift. Now there's a change. Now that something else is being born, right? Being born into the unknown, right? Yeah, being born into the unknown. I'm gonna hold that. Right? The children of Lear. Boys, you could be 37 years old. You could have been born in 1973, right? So look at the swans here, right? They mate for life too, like here in this kind of picture too. So for some of you too, your activations too, are you writing? Are you scripting? Are you being clear with your goals? Are you setting them? Are you speaking them? Are you affirming them? Right? Because you're being given this extra energy, right? This extra energy, this surge, right? And something that could have been like darkened. So I'm looking at this like Saturn, right? So Saturn's coming in to heal that which is off, not right, darkened, shadow work. There's a lot of shadow work and stuff like that. But we're gonna look at this one, right? So I have a little story time, right? So well, I'm a mother, right? So I just want to share about these type of cards over here, right? So my daughter is a lifetime transcendentalist. Like I have raised her entire life with this openness to spirituality, being tapped in, turned on, tuned into her gifts, and being open and having this type of lifestyle. So she's born into. It's not like where I've had a lot of experiences as a child and being tapped in, turned on, tuned in, but I was alone in that kind of development and stuff like that. So early on, like when my daughter is going to be 22 years old, so that you can see how much time has passed when I say this. So in elementary school, for her, these kind of cards, right? Because they went so much with her like mood, her kind of aesthetic and all this kind of stuff. She used to get different kind of decks of these kind of like Dark Alice, like shadow and all this kind of stuff. So my daughter is very different than I am in terms of how she can just easily like, I don't want that anymore. Take that. I don't want that anymore. Take that. She's right. And strong air in her chart, right? I don't want that anymore. Take that. So like all of her decks that she's had that she doesn't want anymore, I always inherit. So good thing and stuff like that. This one right here in particular, it just reminds me of all the decks that I've gotten her over the years and stuff like that. But this one in particular is kind of new. So we're going to read it too from the book as well. But I just wanted to share that because I have a fondness for these type of cards because, they were my gifts to my daughter too, growing up. And with her own divination and stuff like that. So yeah. So anyways, that was just that. All right. So out with you upon the wild waves, children of the king. Henceforth your cries shall be with the flocks of birds. In this haunting tale from Ireland, we learn of 5 kings battling to rule over the Tuatha de Danann, the people of the land, sometimes called fairy. One ruler is chosen, but one king walks from the gathering, proclaiming himself their chieftain in protest at the choice of the people, and to appease him in time, and to ease the suffering he has at the death of his first wife in childbirth. The chief offers him his foster daughter to wed. Okay, I'm gonna have to read that back. Okay. One ruler is chosen, but one king walks from the gathering, proclaiming himself their chieftain, in protest at the choice of the people, and to appease him in time, and to ease the suffering he has at the death of his first wife in childbirth. The chief offers him his foster daughter to wed. Okay. And the king agrees, and it is brought into the clan more closely, proving the wisdom and the patience of the great king of the Tuatha. They have 4 children, a beautiful girl with long, fair arms, a handsome boy, and 2 twins, who the wife dies giving birth to. Again, the kingdom is threatened by the grieving and the loss, and so the second foster daughter of the great chief weds the heartbroken king. And for a time, she loves him and cherishes her nieces and nephews, but she grows jealous of his love for them. Here we go. And I even just thought, like, I'm pausing there. I don't even care about what the rest of this card is, because what I'm picking up here is that there is a lot of envy, a lot of jealousy towards your energy, and how you are, right? There's right. So the way that people love you and the way that you love yourself, and the way that you're growing in love with yourself, and because that's a continuous process. Like, you don't wake up one day and say, oh, I love myself. It should be a growing process. It should be forever. It should be infinite. It should always be evolving. And so you got a lot of green eye envy, right? A lot of people looking at you, side-eyeing you, hating on you, evil-eyeing you, trying to mess with you, trying to heckle you, trying to discourage you, trying to make you feel some type of way. All because of how you are loved by the divine, by the universe sublime, right? How others perceive you, your mate, your husband, your wife, your children, the way you love your children, the way you love your creativity, like everything that is of love in regards to you, people are hating on that too. That's how, right? But let's continue reading this from here, right? But she grows jealous of his love for them, falls into a fever, and hits them with a druid rod of hazel, turning them into swans who must live for 900 years in 3 different places for 300 years at a time. They retain their human voices and sensibility, and they sing more beautifully than any other bird. They are able to stay with each other, and due to their beauty and their voices, they are loved by many. The one who cursed them is punished to become a witch of the air, which she remains to this day. And in time, the children of Lur see all their loved ones pass, witness the retreat of the Tuatha de Danann, and see the coming of the monks of the Christ. They are finally freed from the enchantment by a gentle Christian monk. And when they reclaim their human form, they are so ancient that he baptizes them immediately, seeing they are about to perish, and they die within seconds of being human again. The children of Lur enter their graves together, the sister holding each brother under her arms and upon her breast, just as she did for 900 years when they were swans. This card is here to remind you of the eternal nature of your soul, that while lifetimes will shift and change and you will transform from one incarnation to another, your soul is on a journey and you are more than what takes place within this one lifetime. Powerful. Your soul is ages old, has already traveled so far, and soon you will understand at least a part of the current journey far more than you do at the present. This card will also remind you that it is natural for your belief system to evolve and even radically alter throughout one lifetime. I talk about that a lot too. I say I don't like to hold true to one type of thing or one type of fact or one kind of truth, because I know that evolution is evolution, and at any given moment, I can grow in my evolution, and therefore my perception can change, my reality can change, my energy can shift, my energy can shift. And so to hold down and say, oh, this is my absolute, would be to shortchange yourself of evolution, because then you become stuck in the idolatry, right? Of that one singular thought, moment, for time, existence happening. You know what I'm saying? And you deny the evolution for anything else to take place because you're holding on to that which you think should stay or remain forever, when everything should be as viewed like fluid. You know what I'm saying? Right? So you are most of all allowed to follow the direction, the journey of the soul that you're you are most of all allowed to follow the direction of the journey of the soul that you're being taken in. Meaning, your form may change, but your voice remains. Use your voice to speak your story. You might be shifting from one faith to another and realizing that you don't have to stay and hold. It's what resonates for you at any given time. Right? So you might do tarot cards this amount of time in your life, right? And it might pass and it might be like, all right, I'm done with that. I'm moving on to something next. Or you might be Christian one day, you might be Catholic another day, you might be real just spiritual and all this kind of stuff. But a true mystic is neither of those things. You just are, you're fluid, you're one with all that is divine in your individual form that is unique and one of a kind, right? So releasement from a long family burden too. So here we go, because right, the curse was uplifted. So that's another thing too, right? With the spiritual warfare that we got going on over here. Right? There's a lot of eyes on you. There's a lot of envy on you. There's a lot of jealousy on you. There might have been a lot of generational curses, right? You're the generational curse breaker up in here, right? You're the generational curse breaker up in here, right? So you have energy cards, you have energies of support. Look, I'm hearing like Archangel Raphael, Gabriel, right? Ariel, right? Either way, right? Let's heal the aspects of the heart, right? Because it's being uplifted. So it's like right now, there's a whole shift from, right? So you might be feeling, right, for so long, right? The hate, the envy, right? Because you're strong, empathic, you're strong, intuitive. You just know what it is. You're claricognizant, you're claripotent, right? And so those things can take a toll on you. Like, it's tiresome that you wake up in the divine the way that you are at this motherfucking time, and then you got other people that just want to knock you out of your alignment, like for absolutely no other reason except that they're miserable, right? And misery loves company. And it's just tiring. You could be at this point of like even just revelation about, wow, I didn't realize all the people that were around me that were just hating on me, even silently. Like fake ass freaking people just acting like they're not about that envy, and they fucking are. Right? Especially within the spiritual community, especially amongst those that you really just, you care for. Like you care for genuinely. I have family members that I care for genuinely, and they hate on me silently. And they act like they don't. Right? So it could be like that too. Right? Green-eyed monster. Right? So we're still healing. We're healing further, deeper into this energy field, this electromagnetic energy field, right? Clearing, purifying, recalibrating, regenerating, releasing all that does not serve. Releasing all, we're clearing, right? Because this, look, this kind of reminds me right here, right? Yeah, look, energy cards, reveal them and put them into your hand, then shuffle, right? Hang down, clear tone. So there's an atonement here. There's a clearing here, right? You could have been born in 1970. You could be 30 years old as well. You could be 32, right? You could have been born in 1972, 1963, right? Clearing the energy field, the heart chakra, all chakras, right? Feel this, right? Releasing, opening, right? And you might also have people that are jealous of your relationships, but it doesn't have to be like a sexual relationship, a partner, intimate. This could be your relationship with your mother, the relationship with your father, the relationship with your sister, the relationship with your brother, the relationship with your clients, the relationship with your children, the relationship with your spouse. Your connections with people that are actual genuine connections, people be hating on that shit. Right? So for here, what I'm just receiving right now too, somebody could be having twins. Congratulations, right? But fraternal, like boy, girl too. Or identical too, because the story had twins. Right? Someone buying a new house that has a pool and trampoline. Somebody could be getting a trampoline. You don't see what I see. Whatever. Right? Traveling, playing golf. Okay. Repairing your pool, doing house reparations, like for the summertime, preparing for spring, summer, getting a new pool. Gardening, doing your own, like having your own oasis. You could be doing that too. All right. So some of you too might be redecorating your home, redecorating, clearing it, decluttering it. Right. But look at, you might have some energy still trying to gnaw at you, right? But you're protected, right? Be 21, 20. But there's a clearing and atonement here, right? Some of you might live by the water, move near water, traveling to somewhere tropical. Dancer. Some of you are dancers here, right? But you have support, even if it's only one supporter, because look at, this is a supporter card. So, all right, so here, so some of you might get discovered or have a sponsor or some kind of supporter or work in some kind of business where you have excellent clientele, or you might be expanding your knowledge in some kind of way or continuing your education in some kind of way, and you're in training. You might be in training for something, but you have supporters, you have support, you have an audience too, right? So you might be performing, you might be into the performing arts. You've been born in 1964, you could be 32 years old, you could be 23 years old, you could be 26 years old, you could be 32, 23, we said that already. So there's a new support coming in, a new sponsoring, a new training, a new program. There might be something that you might be further educating yourself on, dancing your way through, and it's going to be very natural for you too. So this could be like some kind of even teaching or some kind of new endeavor in your field of work, artistry that's coming into, but you have solid support. You have solid support, and that's another thing that others might be jealous about, right? They might be thinking like, oh my goodness, like what goes on behind the scenes with this person that, because you might be public, but nobody knows your private life. Nobody knows what you do for work. Nobody knows the amount of businesses you got going on. Nobody knows anything that you're doing. So they're all assuming, right? They're only seeing that what you show, right, online and shit like that. And they're trying to assume and fill in they're trying to fill in. They're trying to fill in. Sorry. They're trying to fill in what they don't know. They don't know shit. Right? But they don't want you to have whatever it is that you have, right? Like they don't want you to have what you have, even though they don't know what it is that you have. Like, make that make sense. Yo, all I know is that you looking too happy, too joyful, too jolly. You looking like you are getting that bag, right? I don't know how to speak that kind of language. Look like you got money. Look like you got stability. You look like you healthy, wealthy, stealthy, and whatever degree caliber it is that they want to perceive or receive. You looking peaceful. And that's something that a lot of people don't have. A lot of people don't have peace, right? They don't have peace and they want your peace. But even if they don't know what your peace is, they still want it. But they don't know nothing about your hell. And they don't know nothing. No, because look at what I heard right now. Many of them know about some of your hell because many of them that are hating on you watched you go through it. They've heard the stories. They know the deal. They know that for many of you may have felt like you had the shit end of the stick and you've been through it. Like been through it. Whether it's abuse, whether it's torture. I've been tortured. Right? People don't know those kind of things where you almost died, where you cried, where you've been the lowest in your life, abandoned by every fucking body, left to fend for yourself, distorted. Granted, with all of that, and that's another thing too. So the hidden support, that's what they're trying to attack with their evil eye. Where's that hidden support? How about is you work for your stuff? You got sponsors, you got support, you got stability. However you got it. Right? And so they're like scratching their heads, scratching their ass, like, but illegal. It must be something not right. Hop the fucking off. You know what I'm saying? So it's like clear atonement, right? So people are like assuming shit, making shit up, right? But not putting it together because they don't want to put it together. Right? And they don't need to know. Like you're not telling people your business, which is good. And if you're telling people your business, stop it. Stop it. Make 2023 where nobody knows shit about you unless you tell them, and don't. Let that be privy. I stopped too, even with immediate family members saying anything about what's going on in my life because they really are just nosy. They really don't give a fudge and they don't support and they do evil eye. And they all talk shit. So no, thank you. You don't need to know shit about what's going on in my life at all. Unless I share it, and it'll be in passing where that already occurred. But nothing present day. Right? So you're the dancer, dancing to your own beats. Have you tapped in, turned on, tuned in with me with my videos for stretch, for yoga, for dance? 3-minute videos, 60-second videos. Come stretch, come dance, come stretch your love with me. Come vibe with me. Come align with me. You could also subscribe to my Instagram at Enchantress, ENCHANTRESS, just for 99 cents, and be tapped in, turned on, tuned in to exclusive content shared nowhere else. Definitely. And you can also check out the playlist that I just started here on my YouTube of subscriber only videos of content that I am creating for them, because all subscribers get the opportunity to ask the oracle for advice, divination, whatever they ask for, right? It's created, right? Whether it's a recipe, whether it's a ritual, whether it's a tarot video, advice, whatever the case may be, they have that privy. You know what I mean? Either way. So yeah, so you're dancing to the beat of your own drum, and you have support. So this is like working in an office environment or something like that, right? Where other employees, just employees, nobody important, just an employee, hating on you because the higher ups or the people that are in charge, they do see you. You gotta understand that when people are secure in their bag, they're not gonna hate on you for yours, right? Insecure people do that. When you're working in a company, in a business, I'm so thankful and grateful for every company that I ever worked for in that business, because I was an excellent employee there, and that type of energy I gave off, and it was seen, and you know what? It was rewarded too. And all the people all around who've been there longer, who never got promoted, never got raises, and all this kind of stuff would be like, well, what's she doing? That she's doing a lot. She's doing what you won't do and what you complain about. And she's doing it with a good fucking attitude. Damn Skippy, that gets rewarded. Right? When you act righteous, when you do righteous things for the good of the all, not the greed of the one, right? And so those things get rewarded. So you might be getting rewarded, as you should, right? My daughter says that all the time. I got that from her. As you should. Say something to her, as you should, no matter what I say. Right? And so that's great. That's great. You might be getting recognition, right? Because you got support. So it's like a whole bunch of employees talking about you behind your back, but your boss is like, yo, you want to be vice president? Come here, you got your own corner office over here or something like that. You get what I'm saying? Like opportunity. Or you could be out there on social media too, like out there in the in the actors world, in a very competitive industry, and you're being seen. Even if you're dancing with 12 other like you have a dance crew, even if you're not the one that's highlighted in dance, you're in the spotlight. Like you're the one that's seen. You're the one that's being seen. You're the one that's glowing. That's nice. You're the one that's glowing, right? You are the one that's glowing. I'm gonna put you, right? You are the one that's glowing. I like that. You are the one that's glowing. You're the one that's glowing. So you could be 37 years old, you could be 20, you could be 34, you could have been born in 1973, right? The cold moon, reach out. The black moon, prepare. The snow moon, transform. Right? So I'm going to read them and how they came out, which is prepare, transform, reach out. Prepare, transform, reach out. I like that. That may or may not be the title for whomever these messages are going to be for. Remember, all of these videos are previously recorded, so I hope that whenever this is aired, I'm wondering if this was going to be aired when it's moving into, oh, hold on one second. Hello, 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 hello. Also, like, before I even continue onto there, like what came, like you might be the most popular in the field that you're in terms of business, clients. Like, or like, let's say you're a teacher, you're the favorite teacher, you're the most popular teacher or something like that. Coach, you know, things like that. So, and it's starting to really be even more so recognized by other people outside of that field that already recognize you and now are thinking of maybe collaborating or promoting or collaborating in some kind of way. Right, so prepare, right? So we are going to prepare. Are you okay? Uh-oh, hold on, I'll be back. Oh no, it's my pre-king. Hello, beautiful soul. So I okay. We are back. All right. So guys, a lot of time has passed. But that's okay. Because we are prepared. We are preparing. We are transforming. We are reaching out, right? Each one reach one, teach one. Right? Wait, I'm curious. What's a message? What random one can we? Start by starting. Life is not merely to be alive, but to be well. Marcus Valerius Marshall. Start by starting. Meryl Streep. Follow your wishing heart. Lisa Loeb. What is really hard and really amazing is giving up on being perfect and beginning the work of becoming yourself. Amazing, right? What's done in love is done well. Vincent van Gogh. We become happier, much happier, when we realize that life is an opportunity rather than an obligation. Love that. Right? Slow down and everything you are chasing will come around and catch you. John de Paola. Achievement is not about what you've done, but what you've gained from your experience. I like that. Lynn Hill, right? So beautiful. So what are you preparing for? That's going to be different for everybody here, right? What did I write? I was going to write something down, and then I got distracted. Right? So that's another thing. So many of you are writing things down, right? So it was like prepare, transform, reach out, prepare, transform, reach out, right? Atonement, right? Using our voice, breaking curses, generational curse breakers, right? Breaking curses, it coming into a completion, 369, right? 300, 600, right? If you add up 3 and 6, it's 9, 369. Look at that. 369, right? So 369. Hi baby. Just thinking I'm gonna go without her somewhere. I'm not. I'm gonna take you, I swear. She's my favorite personal assistant. She really is. No, no shade to any of my other personal assistants or future ones. But you know me, I love the animal kingdom. So, right, prepare, transform, reach out. So here we are. Right. What are you preparing? We just finished the full moon too thingy, right? So this is the buck moon. I've said black moon before, buck moon. The full buck moon is the time, baby, is the time to prepare. It is time to make something ready for use in your current situation. I like this, right? Because look at prepare, transform, reach out. So that too can be what this is all about, right? So it's like finally getting to those projects or finishing, tying up loose ends, completing a creation, like writing a book, writing a song, singing a song, and then getting it out there. You know, creating a beat, creating oracle cards, you know, coming up with something that you patent, you know, yeah, or just copywriting, getting the degree, the certificate, right? Completing the homework assignment, preparing, right? Having the blueprint, right? Architecture, the blueprint, making the blueprint, right? Deciding something and then preparing for that something you finally decided. So like if you're buying a house, now you're going to look for a house, right? You're going to go see what's on the market. You're going to check different areas, different locations, different states, different counties, things like that. Getting your finances in order, getting your budget in tow, knowing what you're, this too could be, really getting on top of your finances and your budget, right? By knowing exactly how much you're spending, what's coming in, what's coming out, right? Preparing, because you're preparing, you're growing something, you're nurturing something, right? This could be a garden. This could be your craftsmanship, like your business plan, right? Having all of this prepared, like your script is written, your song is on the radio, like putting it on the radio, reaching out, right? So it's like preparing, like having the book report done, like having everything all done, so that way when someone reaches out to you or you put yourself in the position to reach out, like, hey, check out my CD. I know I say CD. I don't know if they do that like that anymore, if it's just all digital files and all this kind of stuff, but that's what I'm just saying, like, you know, hey, can you check out this this documentary I made? Hey, can you, like, putting it out there, like, to get seen, like putting that what you do more out there. Or because you are preparing, then you get into the alchemy of that energy, and so blah blah, what do you think happens? Manifestation, transformation, all this kind of stuff, right? So so the full buck moon is a time to prepare. It is time to make something ready for use in your current situation, right? The mother is illustrated on this card, perched up on a pillar, right? That's a mother. Okay, so you might be a mother too. You might be becoming a mother. You may want to be a mother. Oh, oh, oh. So for those of you with even fertility issues, okay, so we're healing the divine feminine energy and in the fertile, the mother, right? The mother aspect, right? Healing your relationship with your mother, right? I think about that too. Like, there's never a time of not healing. As much as I idolized my mother because she passed away when I was so young, and I had this idolization, it took me going into my shadow work and my energy of healing all these years later, 20 something, 30 something years later, right? Where my relationship and my idolization and my view was triggered, it to come up so that I can relook, so I can have a clear, so I can see what was once distorted as a distorted view, what I needed to see that may have been not as healthy as maybe the memory or the child in me left behind. And there's some hidden truths that needed to come up to heal the relationship with my mother and to see it in ways that maybe I didn't see it before. And even if it was darker, you get what I'm saying? So the mother is illustrated on this card perched upon a pillar, as she has been given a place to concentrate on the strategy that she is preparing for her current undertaking, right? So there's a new undertaking. You might work with spirit animals too. I'm seeing a crow raven here too, right? Right? I was with them today as well. I have my crow friends that I spend time with too, like, and the seagulls. I've posted videos on these things too. Right. I spend a lot of time in nature. You might do that too, outside, outdoors, either with plants, flowers, herbs, um, like yeah, like mystic in that kind of way. Like your hands are powerful. You might do channeled writing, automatic writing, scripting the divine. You are a portal, you are a channel for divine messages. So the divine speaks through you, right? You're a channel for the divine, right? Something that you wrote before might be coming into fruition now, right? So this card is a strong signal that it's time for you to develop a plan, right? So you're developing a plan. Is there a business idea you would like to launch? Or maybe you are looking to remodel your home. We were talking about that before, redecorating and stuff like that, right? Remodel your home. Sit down and write out the necessary steps you need to get this project in motion. Maybe it is time for you to start packing for a trip. We were talking about that too, right? Or reorganizing your home for a new baby. Look at that too, okay? Consider where in your life you may need to make some preparations and plans, right? So then we got transform, right? So this could be the gestation period. Some of you might be literally like now getting pregnant. Like, let's say like after you hear this message and all this kind of stuff, you make love with your spouse this week, and let's make that pop off, right? Let's make that pop off. For those of you that do want to have a baby, right? Healing the womb. We're healing the womb. I'm gonna get some rose quartz here. We are healing the womb. For this wound is deep. We are healing the womb. We are healing the womb. We are healing the womb and our connection with the divine. Aligning our chakras, being healthy energetically all the time, so that we could be the best, healthiest vessel for our incubation, for our baby, right? Making a baby. Healing the womb. Healing the womb. And for those of you that are not partnered but want to have a baby and might be getting older or something like that, like, don't look at age. Think of the miraculous that can be in you, unless you've decided that you don't want to have any children too. But for those of you that are listening in that kind of department and way, that's not what I'm getting. You know what I'm saying? And so there's still hope, right? Aligning, healing the womb, drawing in the divine counterpart, partner, father, mother to our child that is to be born, our special beautiful children that are powerful, dynamic, and quantum and needed here on this planet because they are the transformation. They're the justice in this world. Okay, we're healing our mother relationship too, so that you can have the best mothering relationship with your own children. Healing the aspects of yourself that have been poisoned, tainted, that might not want to, but be conditioned to repeat the same cycle and pattern. We're healing those cycles and patterns too that do not serve. Okay? To all the divine, beautiful souls, divine feminine energies out there, we're healing the womb. And for those of you who do have children and might not be in the best communication with your children, we're healing that too. We're healing the mother wound here. There's different people here. And so for some of you, your own children may not speak to you. I'm so sorry about that. We're healing that too. I got emotional. I do have a Pisces moon, so it's with absolute sympathy and compassion. Okay, we heal that mother-child relationship. For those of you that need it, or your own relationship with your own mother. Okay, removing, lifting, releasing. Oh, I felt that shit in my heart. We're healing the heart space. We're removing all those negative eons away. Okay. Right? Made me emotional. The snow moon. Right? We're gonna go to the snow moon. Excuse you. Right? We're in the snow moon. Also known as the morning moon, dark moon, and moon of storms. During the snow moon, the earth is blanketed with the first snows of the winter season. The cold grasp of winter's ice and shorter days begin to take hold. It is the beginning of that challenging time for those who depend upon nature for their survival. Yet, legends of the snow moon are stories of transition and hope. It is a time for people to take root and brace for new transformation that happens in the world. Transform. The waxing snow moon represents a time for transformation. This maiden is depicted on the card breaking out from a cocoon, transmuted from her past experiences. Her chest bears mastectomy scars, showing beauty and resilience after a traumatizing event in her life. See what we were talking about? Like even those with the mother, the womb, certain ailments, illnesses, cancers, that might cause, it might cause a lot of distress and disharmony, especially within your own being, to know that you might have like certain kind of, I hear blood disorders, certain kind of cancers, tumors, certain kind of illnesses, or just I'm sorry. There's a lot of healing or needing for healing. A lot of people in pain with their body, their biology, their genetics, their heart. Sorry. Just gastrointestinal issues I'm picking up here. Skin disorders, mood disorders, psychological ones, diabetes. So sorry. This is part of why I have to limit my engagement with the world. Because if I don't, I'll be crying all day. You know? And so here we are. This is the time for dramatic change in yourself, as within exudes on out. Whether that be a state of mind or a state of being. Maybe you have become idle in your life, missing drive and purpose, and you need a fresh start. Perhaps you have been allowing a toxic relationship to continue with a friend or a partner that you should have ended a while ago. Now is the time to take that step into the unknown. And look at that, it's right here by the unknown, right? Unknown. The unknown with the unknown. Baby, you need my help? Hold on. It's my animal kingdom here. Okay, baby. I'm here. Hello. Hello. So we are back. If anybody knows what kind of like speaker sound I can get that doesn't interfere with sounds like that. So for my recording, please do let me know. So much time has passed once again, my beautiful souls here. But what what I didn't want to forget to say was because we were talking about healing and stuff like that. Some of yous, after I had hit pause to go help my dog and stuff like that, all of a sudden I got hit with hunger. Like, now mind you, I fast a lot, and I'm very mindful about what I eat. And you know, if I didn't eat anything today, like there could be a reason to be hungry. But that's not what I got, because it went away once I acknowledged it. But emotional eating. So some of you might emotionally eat. And one of the most disturbing times to ever eat is when you're disturbed internally. So I don't know who needed to hear this, but if you're in your feels, use this as an opportunity to fast your meals until you get your energy correct. It's not to develop an eating disorder or anything like that. It's just so that you don't consume the energies that which you be in with food too. Okay. Yeah, so that came up strong because all of a sudden I wanted to eat something. So I was in my emotions. And then once I became cognitive, that it was just an energy that was coming up so that I can explain this with this kind of leveling of articulation. That was what that was about and stuff. So did we finish just reading this card? I don't know. The snow moon. Did we finish it? Oh, okay, I don't think so, but I don't know. And if we did, we'll reading it again. Right. So the waxing snow moon represents a time for transformation. This maiden is depicted on the card breaking out of a cocoon, transmuted from her past experiences. Her chest bears mastectomy scars showing beauty and resilience after traumatizing events in her life. And two, like body shaming. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of that in this world. Like if you don't appear to be like tucked and fit or something, then you're not good enough. And we forget about the distortion too in the world of that falseness of being tucked and fit. A lot of it is cosmetic or work being done or filters and things like that. And so during this card, this is a time for dramatic change in yourself, whether that be a state of mind or a state of being. Maybe you have become idle in your life. All right, yeah, we read this. Right, idle in your life. without drive or purpose, and you need a fresh start. Perhaps you have been allowing a toxic relationship to continue with a friend or a partner that you should have ended a while ago. And this too could be with the rest of the people that are lingering in your circle that you may have possibly held on to because they of their status, like being like, oh, that might be a sibling, that might be a cousin, that might be an uncle, that might be a father, that might be a mother, a best friend, you know what I mean? So transforming the relationship within yourself, right? Healing the trauma, healing the drama, and then taking a stance, being free, being exalted, right? Ascension, being exalted, coming out of your cocoon, this transformation, right? Right. So now is the time to take that step into the unknown. That was where we were talking about the unknown, and transform into the new you, right? Transform into the new you. And then we have prepare for your transformation. And then we have reaching out, right? Reaching out. You might have an owl spirit totem, crow or raven as well, butterfly, dragonfly. Dolphin. There's a little cute little barn owl. Right? All right, so 37. We're reaching out. What is this about? The cold moon, also known as the oak moon, beaver moon, beaver spirit animal, and moon of long nights. During the cold moon, when the winter is in full reign over the earth, it is vital to remember endurance and strength are needed to survive. During the hardships of winter, people must find within themselves their hidden fortitude. It is time to endure what life throws. It's a time to endure what life throws at you and to reach out and help those who are dispirited, right? So it's like in the winter season, like the energy in itself being cold and barren. I spoke about this in previous videos before about how people might try to force inspiration, try to force motivation in a barren energy season. And so to be mindful of the force, because sometimes we just need to retreat, we need to hermit, or we need to go within and stuff like that, right? But here we are coming out too of this winter, this cocoon, right? We're coming out. So there might be a coming out. You might be coming out. Somebody might be coming out as their new version of themselves, right? So even for the way of this world, I'm not being judgmental. I just have my it's not that I have a bad view about cosmetic surgery or getting work done and all this kind of stuff, because as I've stated previously before, when and if the time comes that I want to get anything done, I will, and I make no apologies for it, right? So that's where I'm at with that, but that's the stance I am on, because I know that I don't need it, right? And if I ever do get it, it's because I want it, but I'm also in absolute love and adoration and acceptance for that which I am. I'm not changing anything about me that I don't accept. And if I don't accept it, I'm not going to change it until I work on my acceptance of it. That's where I'm at, right? But in this world, everybody's just going to cosmetics, filters, this, that, thinking that it's the solution, and to all the energy of pollution that doesn't get tended to just because you fix your face, fix your nose, fix your cheeks, puff your lips up, get a butt, get some tits and all this kind of stuff. Like that shit don't change. You know what I'm saying? So it's in that mindset of the way that this world be operating on just quick fixes. I'm not with that. I don't find that to be healthy. I don't find that to be wealthy, and I don't find that to be stealthy. But if you want to go get some stuff done, by all means do, but make sure that you're in the energy alchemy that is best, healthy, wealthy, stealthy for you before you go out and do some of these kind of things too. You know, be fully accepting of yourself even prior to doing that. And then someone could say, how can you be fully accepting of yourself and then go get cosmetic surgery? Right? That means you're not accepting of yourself. That's like a contradiction, a walking contradiction. But there's an energy of peace. It is an energy of, there isn't an urgency and there isn't a unhealthy, like when you look at yourself, you're so unhappy, you're miserable, or you're not, like, that needs to be healed. And granted, you can do stuff because there's stuff that, things that people need help with, right? That something might be helpful and speed up the process of their stuff. So I'm not talking about like instances and stuff like that, but those that just keep going out there and think that they could change their whole freaking face, that it's going to change their whole life. For some, that might be, but your energy, you know what I mean? The waxing cold moon represents a time to reach out to another. As the maiden is illustrated here, strong and bold, carrying an owl upon her shoulder, she stretches a hand out to help those in need. That be you too, right? As you get into your preparation, for many of you, your work, no matter what kind of field it's in, even if you're an entertainer, you help so many other people in your alchemy, right? So now is the time to make an effort to do something for other people if you haven't already started. This card indicates that it is essential to lend a compassionate hand to those in need. Maybe there's a classmate who may need help on a paper where you excel. Reach out and offer your support, right? I do resumes, by the way, witchyutopian.com. Just saying, that came up and that made me think about that. Reach out and offer your support. Perhaps there is a person who is struggling with addiction who needs encouragement. Where in your life can you do something good for another? Right. And I feel like that too is kind of like these energies here, right? In your preparation, your transformation, you're reaching out, you're making a positive, you have a positive impact around those that receive you well, those that are like like on some fuck shit and determined to misunderstand you and determined to have an issue with you. They can go get a tissue and they can wipe their fucking ass with it, you know, that kind of stuff. People that just have it in for you, I'm not talking about that. But everywhere else, right, that comes back with that jealousy, those eyes, right, those green-eyed monsters, like upset about how your reach makes others feel, like, right? So you could be, right, a sibling, right, amongst your siblings, you're the favorite amongst the world, but to your sibling, like, it's like being like a Cinderella kind of thing, like, you know, like being surrounded by evil sisters, brothers, like family members that really try to get you down, right? They really try to get you down, but here you are, the warrior, right? Here you are, the warrior. Here you are, the warrior. Sorry, right? I get too excited. Here you are, the warrior. Right, 3 again. You could be, here we go. You could be 32, be 37. Could have been born in 1989, right? 1962, you could be 26 years old, right? Where in the world? What the hell? So many things, right? So here you are. You could have Taurus in your chart, right? Cancer. You have Venus. Venus, Cancer. Jupiter in Cancer. If you have Jupiter in Cancer, there's major healing that needs to be or if you just have strong Cancer in your chart. Yeah, no, Jupiter in Cancer or some kind of thing like in Cancer, like where you Uranus, some major healing, especially in the finances. I don't know, I'm hearing. You can have Gemini in your chart. Seeing Gemini. Oh, you don't see these. I'm sorry. I'm over here like, right. I see Pisces. Got Pisces up in here, Capricorn. You have a South Node in Capricorn, North Node in Cancer. Okay, what's over here? South Node. Okay, you can have a Moon in Taurus. Jupiter in Taurus, Jupiter in Scorpio. Jupiter in Scorpio. Right? Right? Could be an earth sign. Right? Yeah, you could be an earth sign. Pluto's up in here, right? Pluto is for transformation, ruler of Scorpio too, right? Definitely. Uranus up in here, Aquarius. Okay. Scorpio again, Aquarius over here, Libra, Cancer, Taurus. Hi, Pisces. Aries. Hi, Aries. Yeah. Hi, Aries. Could have been born in 2001, 1991, 1996, 1969, 1987, 1989, 1981, 1980, 12/4, December 4th, right? August 4th, May 4th, August 9th. Be 58 years old, 65. You could have been born in 1965, 1966, 1969, 1971, 1970, 1972. 1978. Could be 41, 34. Okay. 1997, 1998, 1989. It could be 58. I said the 1985. Okay, 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 okay. Oh, I didn't even see these over here, but Mars energy. Mars. What about you, Mars? And I heard June. Something going down in the month of June, May, June. Reaching out. Somebody could be reaching out to you in May or June to pop off to collaborate, right? For something more, May or June. Be traveling in May or June. Also, celebration in October, maybe a wedding of some sort. 1972. Be 22. Yeah. Thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in with I hope that these messages serve you awesomely well, in every kind of capacity that you need them to serve you on, right? So let us continue. I told you we were gonna go dive in. I guess this is the way we were gonna do it, my friends, right? So you got the 4 of Cups, right? Something is transforming. Something needs to be celebrated. There's victory. Victory. Right? You could be 46 years old. Could have been born in 1964. Oh my God. Aren't these cards absolutely gorgeous? So, okay, they're gorgeous. Like even the sides, like there's this purple. I know you can't really see, but like it's purple, like it's wait, oh, I can show it to you from here. Hold on, I'm gonna show you. I am a connoisseur of a collector of many things, and I like to share many like collectibles. It's like a museum up in here is what people usually tell me. They're like, it's like going to a museum, your place. I love that. I love when people tell me that. Right? They're like, it's like, are you scared to touch anything? I got cats. You can touch. Well, don't touch, but I'm just saying. But you know what I mean? Some cats be knocking everything down. But yeah, where was it? Do you see that? Like, they're freaking gorgeous. Right? They're gorgeous. Right? So I know that it's upside down for you, but and this will be what I set up for me. You know what I'm saying? All right. Seeing some Aries up in here again. Aries got something to say in Virgo, right? South Node, North Node in Virgo, Sagittarius up in here. Okay. Right. It's just I want to move everything out of the way. Okay. I love you guys. Right? So that's another thing. People might be irritated by your joy and by the way that you do things and describe things and say things and how they want to be. Oh my gosh, right? It's just like that. Like, right? It's like make it make sense. People, right? They be like, oh my God, your energy is so good. Your energy is so good. Let me get a sip. Let me sip from you. Let me sip from you and give you absolutely shit. Let me give you nothing. Let me just, and let me hate you and let me not want you to have this good energy either. Right? But it's so good. It's so good. I don't have it. You have it. I want to take it from you and I don't want you to have it. That's the underlying shit, right? That's why they can't express themselves. They can't voice that. They can't say certain kind of things like that because it's just like, how does that sound? I love what you got, but I don't want you to have it. What kind of make that make sense? You got people really curious about you too. Like really curious about you and all that you do. And they think these little witches think, look, there's certain little witches over here because I'm looking at this right now. They're about to get a cocotazo over their head with that fucking candlestick. It's gonna hit them over their own fucking head. But anyways, this is not a bad card. This is a good card, but it's still, I'm getting the inner tea, right? Of these kind of energies too that be around because you is powerful. You is tapped in, turned on, tuned into the divine, and all that is extraterrestrial in every kind of way that's going to be you, that magic, that magician, that alchemist, right? But you got the energies, right? Clocking, watching, right? Thinking that they could spy, that they could look at a crystal ball and be like, oh, I know what's going on in her life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, okay, you think it. You think it, you could spy. You think that anything is going to be revealed to you about the divine and I and our plans at this time. You is mistaken, you little foolishness. You're a fool if you believe that anything that you think you ask about me is going to be told onto you. Fuck out of here with that bullshit, right? So, it don't happen that way, right? Now for the youth that tap in, turn on, tune in, and vibe and align with I, right? Yeah. Right? They get mad. And you over here just glad you nothing like them. Right? That's that. So these cards are beautiful. So of course I want to get them. And the stories from these beautiful illustrations, right? And stuff like that. But there's a victory here. You could be 41, you could be 46, 1964. I said 1961. Right? There's a buildup of an abundance. There's a birthing, right? For some of you too, birth of something new, right? Because, right, something, the start of something new, the potential for something new, the gathering of something new, the preparing, right? For the transformation. and the reach out parts, right? So this is beautiful. Very nice. So we're going to start with the Four of Cups. We're going to do it in the order in that which they fell and they were received. Everything around me is very dull and useless. I'm honestly unsatisfied with everything and everyone. I'll wait till something catches my attention. Right? Many Mudanes are like that too. And for those of you that are tapped in, turned on, tuned in, and you might be feeling that way, I need you to cleanse your energy, feel my darlings, and realize that you're so empathetic and you're so tapped in, turned on, tuned in that you're picking up the vibrations and energies from the Mudanes and you're interpreting them as your own. Play that back as often as you need. Okay? The energies that you pick up, the ones that make you feel this kind of way, because you got that rumbling within you, right? You got that rumbling, that grumbling, that depth. And so this can't be just it, right? So that might be that you're too engrossed with the outside world. And so your sensitivities are picking up energies. And then because you're not identifying those energies that you're picking up, you're interpreting them as your own. Okay? So we're washing that away. A young, aloof, and tiny butterfly fairy sits inside the bushes with an immobile look on her face. She's bored. Right? Get a hobby. She is thinking of absolutely nothing because she has lost all interest in everything that once made her happy or excited. Two, you got to remember we were talking about the evil eye and the energies on you. You might find that sometimes you might feel like doing something and then you don't do it. Don't let that be an excuse, your lack thereof of discipline too. Just get back up and try to do it again. And even if you don't get to do it fully, do 3 minutes of it. Do something to start active, that which you're not doing, to break the curse, to break the stagnation, to break the immovability, to break the stuck, to transform all of that, right? So you're preparing now. So to her, nothing has value or is worth her investment of time. The 3 blue butterflies that spin around her do their best to cheer her up. They try really hard to restore her interest in things, but to no avail. The butterfly fairy has made up her mind, and there's nothing that's going to change her or her thinking. Right? I feel I heard Capricorn too. I don't know why, right? Or September 10th. September 7th, Virgo energy, Aries energy, Taurus energy, Capricorn, right? You can have those in your charts or whatever. Might be feeling this type of way, a loss of interest for many kind of things. This is a deep depression. And it's not shameful to get the help that you need if you need to help yourself to get out of this funk. You know what I mean? In a reading, this card represents a loss of interest. Things you were once passionate about have now lost all value. This has been on your own account with no one else to blame. You are also refusing help from those who care about you, right? This is like energies too. Like you might be the one that is the generational curse breaker of your family, of your friends, of your system, wherever you're placed at in the world. You're the generational curse breaker. And there might be people that you have lingered on to in hopes that they would see the light and they would just come to. And so you've probably tried to help others too. And for those of you, because I said this is a 50-50 channel, like it's more than 50-50, but I'm just saying, like, it's different variety of groups here. For some of you that do come here, sometimes you don't come here too often because of the energy of the joy that you resist within yourself and in your own life, that my videos might trigger you. And you might find that you come to some of my videos and then you find the answers and stuff that you seek, because that you already know we're connected and not leveling up deep. But you might not come here as often as you need because you are triggered by the energy of the alchemy that I'm in delivery, or that I am, and that you feel, and you might not be there for real, right? Because it's a deepening of a depression, of an anger, of an aggression, of an upset, of something that needs to be identified within you to really move that system forward. You know what I'm saying? So you might be refusing, right? I've had people like that in my life. They be all funky down. They look at everything I do periodically too, sometimes too, because it might be too much. Even being in my presence might be too much. Like, oh, they might get annoyed, right? And if you're on that kind of receiving end, like where people, all you mean is well, and you only send love to everyone, and it's just like, why? Like, why do you have to like side eye or be this way? But people be that way. And it's not your job to save everybody, especially when they don't want to do anything themselves, to save themselves, to do for themselves, to see for themselves, to identify for themselves, to put the work in for themselves, to shift it for themselves, to change that narrative for themselves. And sometimes that could be an anchor for you that holds you back because you don't step up and stand up for your position in place, to not even tolerate that or let that in your space, especially when they choose to be that way. It's a big message for somebody. Let's heal the hurt. Let's heal the empty. Right? So if you're feeling this way, let's wash away, let's cleanse, let's purify. Right? Okay, if you are refusing help from those that care about you, even though you know the assistance that is being offered to you is for your benefit, if you're doing that, your dissatisfaction is leading you to disconnect with nature and the people you love. Right? So it's a time to regain your interest. Right? It's a time to feel enthusiastic. As you become acquainted with people and your need for knowledge or taking someone's assistance, this will help you in the long run. Right? So we're washing away, and we're washing now, we're covering with love, right? Strength, compassion, kindness to self, right? Aligning our chakras, that's going to help. Removing all negativity, right? Yeah, that's what happens on science. Next, we have the Six of Wands, victory. So even if you're here in this kind of placement, you have victory over this. You have the opportunity for victory over this. You're picking up heavy Cancer in your chart. You might suffer from an energy of depression or victimization, right? That causes you to be in a state of lack here on Earth. Because I looked over and I was looking at the Earth symbol, right? So this mindset has to be transformed, right? So Six of Wands. You see, victory is yours and mine. It is time for us to celebrate what we finally achieved. Let nothing stop you. You deserve it. Right? A beautiful, determined butterfly. Fairy dances to the smooth yet fast-paced melody and rhythm of victory, while her 8 butterfly musicians and 2 ladybug friends parade around with, this could be spirit animal, spirit insect, whatever, butterfly, ladybug, right? We're looking at that. Looking at all the animal spirit symbolism here too, right? Transformation. While her 8 butterfly musicians and 2 ladybug friends parade around with flowers of all colors that are only awarded to those who succeed at something, her friends are in full admiration as they recognize her for the accomplishments by fluttering their wings with energy and dance. So here we go. The transformation at hand, the victory at hand, surrounding yourself with energies that are going to be supportive for you. Right? So we talk about that too, right? When we rid ourselves of the energies that do not belong, we open up the doors and the portal ways to receive the energies that which are for us, that are in alignment with us, in the alchemy with us, supportive of us, and that kind of way. So that's kind of like the energies. So you have support, you have victory, you have energies that are in admiration of you, right? Right. So her friends. And so some of you, that might be a wish. I hear that. To have friends, actual friends that are not hating on you, not competing with you, not jealous of you, not talking about you behind your back, not bothered by your successes and accomplishments, none of that shit. Actual, genuine, real people that are chosen by you and they choose you too. Acceptance. I love that. Right? So, her victory is that she mastered the art of being able to shapeshift from a woman to a butterfly. Wow. Metamorphosis. Something that no one in her realm has ever been able to accomplish. So that's you too. So whatever you are here to do, no one can do it but you. You're the unique, eccentric blueprint of that uniqueness that needs to be birthed into this world. And only you can do it. Right? So your gift, even when they, oh, look at that, hear that, right? They be copying and they be trying to paste your shit. Even your style, even your swag, even how you talk, even how you dress, even what you do, they be like, they don't be acting like they don't be watching you, but then you go see them because you don't see them, right? They're over there dressing like you with their friends. They're over there doing their hair like you behind the scenes. They're over there freaking trying to sound like the voice that you use, like trying to use your voice. Wow. Wow, you got people trying to use your voice, your language, your words, but they're not equipped. They're not equipped for that, right? May they be authentic to themselves. May they find their own authentic vibe and start to exercise that into full view, steam ahead, and like seriously, like stop being a copycat and copying and pasting. Then you got people that try to justify that. They're like, oh, like now they try to do that reversal, right? Of like when they be like, oh, imitation is a form of flattery. I'm only copying that person because I love what they do, but the way that I do it is like there's a it's a little bit different. Like, but there's nothing different. It's just them saying it. That's what makes it different. Do you get what I'm saying? And don't be gaslit about the copy and paste that they be fucking copying and pasting and putting no originality into it. Okay, no originality. No originality. You are the creative. You are original. You are authentic. You are not copying and pasting nobody. A spirit of making you tap in just to see certain kind of things. So you'd be like, what the fudge? Excuse me. Right? Yeah, you could be inspired by people and all this kind of stuff, but don't try to be people. Be inspired by people, be motivated if you want, but don't try to be something you're not. I have that. I'll post something like, let's say, and nobody, let's say, like in my family would like it, but then the next time you see them, they got the same fucking hairstyle that I fucking had like in that picture. You get what I'm saying? Like shit like that. Shit like that. People watch you. People stalk you. People hawk you. People want to be like you because they don't even know how to be like themselves. So don't get insulted, don't get upset, and don't let it bother. Like just laugh at it. Don't even scoff at it because you just invite that energy even more to it. It's just like, oh, like don't like, we're just transmuting the perception that we have of the rejection you get from them, and then the attention, and then the copying, and then all the distorted mess, getting out of our way of how we're perceiving that. Right? Maybe we can have a heart of compassion towards those that don't have a self-identity of their own. Let's do that. Let's do that. Right? We got the chakra one. Right? We're sending om, om, Healing people with no self-identity. Well, they got to do the healing themselves. But we're releasing the attachments, seen and unseen, from energies that want to attach and sip and grab and take all that they think they can take. Invisible, not be them. You know what I'm saying? They're seen in every way. To seen and unseen forces, you cut the cord, you heal the tie, you alchemize. You're not allowed in my electromagnetic, interdimensional, multidimensional field of existence without my motherfudging permission. You are met with my shield of divinity, a cloak so real that you can never fucking penetrate. And so we're healing the eyes that see, the nose that smells, the mouth that speaks, the heart that feels, the body that moves. To act in wisdom, to act with wisdom, to move with grace, to speak with peace, to transform with dignity and self-identity. May those with no self-identity of their own find their own identification so that they can leave you the fuck alone. Leave us alone. May you get a self-identity of your own, right? In a reading, this card represents an achievement that deserves a celebration. Maybe you haven't been celebrating your achievements, no matter how big, no matter how small. Maybe you've been quiet about it. So one achievement, like I can think of, I can go back in time. I published my book many years ago. But when I first published it, I never celebrated. To this day, I have yet to celebrate the publication of my book. And there have been purchases, there have been reviews, there have been people that have encouraged me to now pick up my own book. And you can go follow the playlist of The Dark and Night Light of My Soul, because we're doing book readings. We're reading my book together, right? For the first time. I'm reading my book for the first time years later. So you might have, it could be even in the communication that you have with a partner, in love, a spouse, a complementary partner, a sibling, like the people that matter to you that are in your children, right? Okay, so you have accomplished in your career, on your social media, in your personal business, in your multiple streams of income, right? In your projects, in your education, your certifications. You have accomplished something good in your life, like a promotion or a raise at work. You have gotten something you have been anticipating for a very long time. It could be a commitment too, right? You've displayed hard work and dedication, and now you are being recognized for it by the people that can do something for you. There you go. That's the fucking difference. All this time, the chaos and the discord and the disassociation and all this has kept you away from seeing the support that you do have. And so now you're clearing that. You're clearing this distorted mess that they didn't want you to see the people that were really looking at you. So if they can make all the noise, create all the distraction, the chaos, the commotion, then you would see and you would miss. They think that you would miss your blessing that way. You're blessed up. I don't like using the word blessing because we're not blessing shit here, right? So, right. So if they made so much noise, right, you wouldn't see the director in the room. If they made so much noise, you wouldn't see the boss in the room. That, you get what I mean? Like if they made so much noise to you, you wouldn't see this sponsor. If they made so much noise, you wouldn't see this opportunity. Understand? So they will try to make just so much noise because they know you're energetically sensitive. So if they can throw all that noise into your energetic sphere, then you wouldn't be able to see the successes that were here. There goes that chaos machine of that burning of their candles and their black magic and all this kind of fuck shit that they try to send on evil eye or think in the direction of you and think that they can multiply and send that shit your kind of way to make you not see that which you must see. That's even like love standing before thee. It's like not seeing the partner that was standing before you, not seeing the support that was before you because you're so focused on the chaos, the noise. So it was like a commotion spell, a chaos agent, sending trolls your way, creating multiple fake fucking accounts so that they can diss you on it, heckle you on it. That kind of stuff. So that if you stayed focused on all the wrong things, you would miss the right things. And that was that's satisfying for them. That's horrible. That is horrible. But to each reap that which they sow upon it for their own. Okay? Because it be like that. In some instances, this card can mean that you have gone as far as possible to prove someone who doubted you wrong. So yeah, you're proving these mofos wrong. It's not that's why you're doing it, but that's just how it be, right? So don't be afraid, right? And if you're feeling unmotivated, right, due to your own lack of self-confidence and low self-esteem, right? If you don't pay mind to these things that need healing and stuff like that, if you don't play it smart, you may be the victim of someone else's deceit. Don't let that be you. You know what I mean? And we got paranormal, curiosity. Got a lot of people curious about you. Right? My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, dun, dun, but you bring everybody to the yard. Right? I think I sang that song before. Many moons ago. Been here for a while. Right, so you got the paranormal. The paranormal. I don't know where that one's at. The paranormal. Feels to me. To love beauty is to see light. I like that. Right? This is from the start. I'm so sorry. I'm just looking for this page because I'm going to read it from there. But. Oh my God, I was just missing the whole thing. I was right in front of my face. See, so that's what I mean. The distractions too. So they might be sending distractions, right? Stuff to keep you from seeing what's right in front of your face, right? So yeah. So oh my gosh. So I'm also hearing, right? This is not gonna apply for everybody, but it's gonna apply for some. There may have been people that came in that were from a higher society checking you out, but they overlooked you. Right, so they're part of like the secret society, right, of higher societies, and they sent their what they believed would be a neutral party to scope you out, but that neutral party was a deceiver because the neutral party met the muse in you and was inspired, but also became triggered by that which you were. And so in whichever way they were triggered, they chose to keep it moving. Like, it's like, okay, well, anyways, that person doesn't get a chance here because they maybe someone hit on you, right? That could be like that too, right? You might be having people like of all walks of life, right? Especially if you're divine feminine energy here and stuff like that, and divine masculine energy here. People are turned on by your energy, right? They're turned on by your energy, and therefore you're very attractive. You're very magnetic. You walk into a room and every fucking body sees you, right? You command the attention of all that when you enter any kind of, and it's not even on purpose. You could have a hoodie on, you could walk in with your sweatshirt, and you could be trying not to be seen. But the moment you walk through that door, who's that? That type of thing, right? And so you have that star presence, that magnetism to you. And so depending on what gender you are and who's hitting on who, because you have a lot of big dogs, big big top dogs, right? Both male and female in whatever industries they be, that especially if they think you're a nobody or you need them to come up, you see. A lot of people think sexual favors and all this kind of stuff is like a commodity. It's like a payment, right? So you might have been overlooked by people whom you turned down. That's a thing. So you might have even, let's say, met certain celebrities who, because you didn't sleep with them, mess with them, do sexual favors for them, and you couldn't be conformed in that kind, you couldn't be bought in that kind of way, that they may have, their ego may have been hurt and they may have dissed you. Or like, all right, fuck you, bye. And so you think that because that happened, right, that you lost your opportunity. That's a fucking lie. That's a fucking lie. That is a big lie. You heard that? Surprise, surprise. The bell's gonna ring. So yeah, you could ring my bell, ring my bell, ring my bell, ring-a-ling-a-ling, ring my bell, 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 right? So, oh my goodness. So yes, there is a success and a balancing act in regards to that, because the wheel turns. And anybody that did you wrong in that kind of way, they're going to feel the burn of that because they did it to themselves, because they had the opportunity to put their ego to the side and to really see the muse that you are and the benefit that you guys could create and the opportunity in that. And so, oh, somebody might come back with their tail between their fucking legs. Yeah, and it might be a masculine too energy, right? Right over here, you see somebody, Virgo, Aries, Cancer, see Leo, Taurus, Capricorn, right? Yeah, a earth sign, a fire sign, all the elements. I'm seeing all of them. Air, water, here we go. But Aries, Pisces, someone with Pisces in their chart, someone with Aries in their chart. Sagittarius, Libra. Okay, there's all signs on deck up here. All signs, Scorpio. Scorpio might be apologizing too. 1989, 1985, 1976, 1967. Right? 54 years old, 51 years old, 31 years old, 46 years old, 41 years old, 36 years old. Yeah. 1987, 1989, 1999, you could have been born. Right? All right, let's hurry up. But either way, so the paranormal. Let us read that. I gotta go. Time flew with all the times I've hit pause and stuff. Like, this has been hours. I wonder how long this video is, really, because it's been going on for hours, right? So I learned the hard way that there are some things that should remain a mystery and should be left alone. Of course, discover which at your own risk. These beautiful sisters gathered around and initiate a seance to contact a spirit that has been lingering in their home for a long time. The spirit is an intruder, a nuisance, an entity that does nothing but annoy and frustrate people. The redhead and blonde sisters are very sensitive and they are scared. They warn their brunette sister about the consequence of meddling with the unknown. Of course, the brunette sister, who is far braver and tougher than her two sensitive siblings, and who initiated the seance in the first place, disregards their advice and proceeds to contact the spirit to cast it out of their home for good. Right? So I'm seeing this too, like the tough one, like you're ready to knock that shit out. Like you're taking charge, you're putting your foot down, you're not allowing these kind of behaviors from these kind of entities, these type of energies anymore too. So this card represents the dire need to figure something out. Things are a mystery to you and you may not be able to solve it. There is a calling from the unknown that summons your attention. Follow it and see what you discover. A bit of skepticism clouds your beliefs and you feel that you must prove something right or wrong, but don't step on anybody's personal beliefs, right? That's another thing too. People might really be in their personal belief that might be different than you, right? So you can't go and be like, it's just like all these people with the religion and stuff like that, like telling the other one that they're wrong and all this kind of shit like that or whatever. Either way, the story that I'm even getting from all of this and stuff like that is that, yeah. There's something coming, right? I'm telling you. And there's little fake little people thinking and lying, oh my gosh, lying on you to someone else. Oh, that's coming out. The lie is coming out to somebody else. And who was the liar? Right? So when reversed, this card implies that you're meddling too much in a particular area that should be left alone. Now I'm reading the reversal of this, and so that's going to apply to whomever, because I didn't read any reversal from the others. Right? You may find yourself poking around in someone else's business or somebody else meddling too much in your personal affairs. Either way, it has to stop, right? And that's the truth. It has to stop. So you are putting that shit down. You're putting your foot down. You're doing that what you must in order to get the result that what you want. You know what I'm saying? And so abruption, and it's going to abrupt, is going to create a turbulence, a shock wave to be sent around. Do me a favor and please look below. You're above great heights, but when you fall, what will you expect? What will you hold on to for dear life? Right, so beneath the dark skies and at the water shore, there sits a very upset angel who is no longer able to return to her kingdom. The night is silent and there are no water or air creatures swimming below the dark sea or flying above the shadow skies. All that this angel can hear is the harsh sounds of the waves and the echo of her own thoughts rambling in her head. She knows that she will eventually have to adapt to her new surroundings. The real story concerning this angel is that she's never had to fly and be someone's guardian angel. She never become a fallen angel for her actions, although she has seen many angels fall down to earth and transform into fallen angels or demons. This privileged angel and her fortune peers lived in a heaven where the beautiful skies were turned into different figures and where their heaven was far away from the galaxy. One night, without any of them seeing it coming, 3 omnipotent lightning bolts descended into their heaven and struck the clouds on which they lived. She and her peers fell from the top of the tower along with their hopes, dreams, and imagination. The jar she carries with the eye is her wisdom retained after her catastrophic fall. So that's you, right? An earth angel here, learning your truths, because you're part of this divine casting call that is here, happening now. right? So this card advises you that you need to learn how to expect the unexpected. Stop pretending like nothing is ever going to happen to you. Remember that what goes up must come down. When you're at the highest of your achievement, remember that it can come crashing down upon you under the right or wrong circumstances. This card also denotes release. If you suppress or bottle painful memories or grudges for long, do consider the consequences. All that you have kept hidden inside will burst and the outcome will not be pretty, right? So this card is also telling you that you are not understanding the gravity of a problem that has been circling you. By not taking this situation into consideration, it will only become worse than it already is, right? So if you do nothing that which is, right, if you stay silent and you stay accepting of all that is around you that is wrong and not right, then you can fall victim and prey to the generational curse that has been placed upon you in that kind of way. But you're abundant and that's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So here we go. You are abundant. Take this. This is a fortune that Mother Earth gave to me to give to you. This will replenish your physical state. Abundance. A little angel has descended from the heavens and acquired several precious emerald jewels that have been given to her by Mother Earth. The emerald stone that she holds in her hand glows with an immense energy that radiates persistence and endurance. That be you. She knows that these jewels will serve as a cure for physical ailments, which is why she's searching and collecting as many as possible. You might be collecting crystals too, or be surrounded by crystals as well too. It's just something else that just saw imagery. After she collects these emeralds, she will gather them all and share them with creatures of the earth who are in need of physical health. You might be a healer. You might be someone that's into like Reiki energy healing, life coaching, psychology, a therapist, somebody, a life coach, a mentor, a leader in your whatever field that you are in. You are an entertainer, a soulpreneur, somebody that inspires, motivates other people, motivational speaker, an inspirationalist, a soul expressionist, a singer, an actor, a dancer, something that you do that helps others too. That's beautiful. Of course you are, because you're here. You know what I'm saying? So this card represents the initiation of physical healing or profoundness of prosperity. Make the time and effort to replenish your physical state, which will help your body develop vitality, strength, and endurance. In a matter of time, your energy will manifest and expand anything you want to do. So you may have been feeling ill too, and you might be healing now, or you might be getting ill and then healing and then having this major transformation and stuff like that too, right? So in a matter of time, your energy will manifest and expand anything you want to do. On a side note, you may want to be practical and down to earth in order to achieve respect, right? So don't neglect your physical health, and also know what you spend. Start keeping tally of everything that you spend, even if it's a quarter, even if it's a dime, even if it's $1. Writing it down, $1. I spent $1 on a toll. I spent $1 on gum. I spent $20 on balloons. Like, I don't know, like I spent $25 on 3 smoothies. Like, you know what I'm saying? So keeping a tally of that what you spend and then adding that mofo up, okay? Really seeing your what you're doing and how you're spending, wise or unwise at this time, right? Also taking care of your health. Like, stop eating shit that's shit for you, right? And thinking that just because you're the one cooking it and putting all the love in it, that you're taking away all the unhealthiness that it is in it. Like, nah, that don't work like that. As much as you can do, you can bless up your food and all this kind of stuff and things like that. But if you're not eating healthy, you're not eating healthy, and that's just that. You know what I'm saying? So this is an important time for you to focus on your financial spending, okay, and earning. Don't overspend on things you don't need. So the same way too, the way that I was talking about emotional healing, eating, you might be emotionally spending too. Hi, beautiful souls. So it is another hour of the time that has passed. Right. So I hope that these messages served you and well on your beautiful evolution. Right. Let's see what other messages want to quickly come out. For those of you tapped in, turned on, tuned in, right? Sorry, I got little hands. That's so absolutely gorgeous. I just saw my cousin Lady Strange, and she gave me a new Alice in Wonderland book. So I'm like, cool. So I'll be using that soon too. Thank you, Lady Strange. I like you. Right. So, oh my gosh, which brings me into that, right? Page of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, kind of stuff. So you who is here, people might be being extra kind to you, right? Extra kind to you. You might be receiving gifts like extra. Like, let's say you go to the grocery store, you buy something. The grocer might give you something extra. You go to a bakery, you buy some cookies, the baker gives you extra cookies. I'm using like stuff like this as an example. So you go to a car dealership, so you get your car service and you get a free part, like, like things like that, right? Because you're in your position of, like, the Hierophant, your spiritual authority, your spiritual rank. So like you are like the high priestess up in here, right? The high priestess, right? Inner wisdom. And so it's drawing this, you have this magnetism to you, right? That it's the magician. Like, what else can we say here? Your inner skills making manifest here in reality is like you got everybody under your spell, right? But it's not. It's just the way that it is, and it's just where you are in your alchemy. It has nothing to do with spellcraft or anything. It's just your energy. Your energy is your energy, right? And that's wonderful, right? So you're working on something, you're putting something in practice, you're the master alchemist of your own life, right? And there's something coming, right? Look at this, is Gemini energy too. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, right? Somebody, so you're in your power, you're in your truth, you're on your quest, and you're in your authenticity too. And so with that in mind, I just want to see, right? These are freaking gorgeous, right? A fondness, right? Page of Cups. Ooh, okay. For those of you tapping in, turning on, tuning in. So there is love here, right? Oh, dragon. You might have dragon spirit animal. Go check out my dragon spirit animal reading here on YouTube. But inventiveness. Also, too, you might be working on a passion project or something that you're bringing out into the world, if not the world, into just your manifest reality too. I feel like interior decorating too. I don't know why that's coming up and stuff like that, but you might be dealing with external energies outside of you that could, the troublesome energies outside of you. It's a matter of perceptual shift that is occurring, and it's happening within your whole structure, right? And so you're getting power up, so you're getting powerly activated. It's like, so yeah, so like my cousin Lady Strange was saying, she was talking about that there's this phenomena that's occurring in the astros, in the cosmos, right? Where this has never occurred for thousands of years. I don't know the name of the event, but it's where, you know how usually in the transits and astrology and stuff like that, right? That 3 or 4 planets will all be in alignment in that trine, or they'll be lining up in the same line. Well, this phenomena that's occurring is all planets are aligning and in cosmic, so it's like opening up this cosmic portal activation of mass, it's like a platonic plate shift. It's like a shifting in the environment that creates an astounding effect, like a kaboom, like, and it's like activation time, right? Portal activation time, right? With this cosmic event. So everything is aligning with you with this cosmic event, right? And you're going to walk through this portal transformed, right? So right, so the attacks that you've been feeling, right, that looks, so it's like being given it's being given, like, so you're being given a tool, right? These rubber gloves, right? You're being given this tool, right? Because 30 more, because this tool, like, it's not so much that you're attacking your opponent or the person that's coming at you. It's just that you have to protect yourself. So you're protecting yourself. So now if they come at you, right, you got this tool, this rubber glove, this tool that's being given to you by the universe, right, that attacks their attack 30 more times and creating 30 more times of damage to that which they set out to do. So like they're sending out like fuck shit your way, drama, trauma. They're trying to get in your way. They're gonna be hit 30 times more with damage. So it's like, all right, try me, ho, right? You're doing it to yourself. Right? These people don't see is that they're doing it to themselves. So you're being activated, you're being given stuff, right? So it's like a mud slap pound, right? So you are being given the tools that you need. Look at 30, and then 20 plus 10 here is 30, 100 times. So you're hitting their basic shit back 100 times harder, right? Slap, right? So it's like, okay, right? So they were sculpted, it says, they were sculpted from clay in ancient times. No one knows why, but some of them are driven to continually line up boulders. So some of them are just made this way. They're in this timeline being presented to you. It's in their evolution, but it's just who they are. It's like, so it's like a tiger never changing its stripes kind of thing. That's like kind of like how I'm receiving that. So it's like they're here to further your evolution, right? Knock away. So they're getting knocked away. Look, the attack does 40 more damage, right? So your damage, so your knock away is like, it's not like you're attacking them, but you're knocking them away. You're knocking out everybody that comes your way, like with a mud slap, pound. Get out of here. Get out of town, right? Who run the world? Righteous people do. Who run the world? Righteousness. Mud slap. I mud slap you. Right? So yeah. So right, because you have ambition. You have, oh, you have ambition, right? And so because of your ambition, you got other energies that want to knock you out of it, but what they're doing is they're hurting themselves. So everything is aligning in favor of that for which you're all about. And so anybody that tries anything, they're going to be met with whatever they send 30 times, 100 more times damage towards themselves than anything else. And that's just the way it is. I see wind, right? Because you're clearing the tone, hands down, right? You're clearing the tone, right? And so look at your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep, right? So all the energy attached to this kind of situation is in your hand, and the attack does 100 times more damage to one of your opponents. Now is the time, because they're weak. They're weak, right? And they're being benched. They're being benched. They're being benched. They're being benched. Your enemies are being benched. Oh, there we go. So those who stand against you, I'm writing this shit down. Those who stand against you and whom try you, because they can stand against you and not try you, and fine, stay your lane. But those whom intentionally work against you will be met with 100 times more damage towards themselves in their own lives. So if that's the kind of shit that they want to create, then oh well, so would it be. Then that's on them. You know what I mean? and you don't need to be feeling bad anymore or compassionate or empathetic towards, they choose this for themselves, right? Then you're the explosive bolt, the high voltage current, right? Look at this damage, this attack that they do, right? Right? They don't want to play. They want to play, right? But they're weak. Look at the attack does 90 more times damage. Because the amount of electrical energy that exists within your electromagnetic field produces is proportional to the rate of their pulse. Right? So your voltage jumps while this elective wire is battling. So you're being supercharged. You're being supercharged at this time. So your potencies, your claripotencies, your gifts, your talents. So like, this is like, if you're like a, I don't know the belts in martial arts, but like if you're in martial arts or, and all this kind of stuff, or, self-defense, it's like moving up in tiers of your own defenses. Like, it's like becoming a fucking ninja assassin. You know what I'm saying? It's like becoming a ninja assassin. A ninja assassin. Right? A ninja assassin. And there's some kind of abduction, some kind of travel, some kind of pairing, some kind of field growing, inspection. Right. All right. I can keep going on and on with all of this, but we're going to end this one right here. Thank you so much. This was a deep dive. I wonder how long this video is. Either way, these are aired at previous times. This is time travel at its finest. This is bringing past, present, future intertwined. It's helping you to get into that metaverse, quantum verse of conception for your own perception, so that you can keep on getting on your evolutionary expansion, right? So time travel, right? So I love this. I love pre-recording. I love airing at later dates, right? I love losing track of all days and times and days of the weeks and all this kind of stuff. Either way, till we meet again, thank you. Till next time. This is your opportunity, if you've watched all of this, to like this video, to subscribe to my channel, to comment, to be a part, to engage. Let me know how it resonates with you in every kind of way. To let me know what kind of videos in mine do you enjoy the most. Engagement on my post is very much well welcomed, and I invite you. So yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at Enchantress, ENCHANT or ESS. You can follow me on TikTok, Alchemistic Poetess. You can go to my website, witchyutopian.com. You can click the master link that I share, and that will connect us on every single leveling that is available for you and I to further connect on. You can check out all my playlists and catch up with those. You can always daily check the community board. There are fun stuff. I share videos, I share posts, I share memes, I share quotes, I share so many deepenings of kind of things. You can go over there and check that out too and be a part of that as well. Thank you all for those of you who do participate on my channel. Thank you for the latest Google business reviews too for my services. Thank you to all new subscribers on all my platforms. Thank you to all paid subscribers on my platforms. Thank you to everybody who has been a good energy towards my development, and thank you to everyone who hasn't too, because you have taught me to stand up for myself and shut the shit down. Okay. Okay, thank you for unleashing the savage beast that's gonna shut your shit down if you think anything. And to the heckler and the audiences and the hecklers in the audiences, what are you trying to destroy except destroy yourself? Like the Pokemon card say, you come at me, bro, you come at me, sis, you're gonna hit yourself harder. So don't do it. Okay, don't do it to yourself. And